Alright, what's going on YouTube? Miguel here, bringing you guys another episode of Project Pony. You guys know what the best part about having a project car is? Whenever you fix something or you're in the process of fixing something, you find other stuff that needs to be replaced. Most recently, I found out that you can drive my car without even having the key inside, which, yeah, it's not good. So, essentially, we're going to be replacing it today, so let's roll the intro. If my car is a mess right now, I just filmed like 3 videos all in one day, which is why I'm wearing the same clothes in all of them, but that's not important. Where are my keys? All right, so like I said in the little intro, I can put my key in here, turn it, you know, that starts everything else up, right? Now watch this. I can take my key out and then everything is still working. Like, it's still technically on. I can even do it when the car is on. Look, key back in. Car is on. Wow, look at that. I could drive this without the key if I wanted to. Like, forget a push to start. I figured that out while I was fixing that. So now I gotta fix this. Lucky for me, I got a replacement right here. And then a little sneak peek of another video I'm doing. This one might have already gone live. I have no idea what order I'm uploading these in. Yeah, this is just something I gotta fix real quick. First things first, we're just gonna unplug the battery just to be on the safe side. I'm not trying to get electrocuted, and I don't think you guys are. After you do that, you come down here. First off, ignore all of this. This is from replacing my ignition switch. I had to take that entire cover off, but I figured, you know, I'm gonna keep working down here, so might as well leave that off for now and then put everything back together later. If you come down here under your steering wheel, up here on this side you have a hole. Apparently there's this little like push pin that, you know, you push in and then you turn your key all the way, and then that brings out like the ignition lock cylinder itself. That seems kind of complicated, so I was watching a video where you can take basically like this bottom cover off of your steering wheel, and it's actually pretty easy. It's just got a couple screws, and it looks like mine is kind of loose because it's probably missing screws, because this is always missing screws. I'm gonna show you guys how to do it. Oh, there we go, finally. You guys can probably tell, I did struggle a little bit getting this out. So after you take off like that little cover down here, you're going to want to find this pin. This little pin right here, that's the one you push in that holds like this whole thing in place. So to find it, it's actually really simple. You have this little like yellow cable right here. It's literally like right up here. And like I said, I was struggling a little bit, so I ended up taking off my entire steering wheel, the airbag, and of course, you know, both plastic covers that, you know, basically everything in the steering column area. It wouldn't come out, but we got it out, and that's the important part. A lot of people have been saying that there's this little like, ring like right up here that, you know, when that breaks off, you know, your key essentially kind of just stops working with this. Yeah, okay, that's off right there, and then this is on technically. The whole like top part, it just turns without the key, which you probably don't want. And then as you can probably tell on mine, if you have one of these, you know, it has this little like plastic cover like right up here. I'm talking about like this thing. Yeah, mine broke off. I think we were long overdue to replace this, and you know, I'm glad I ended up doing it right now, because I figured, you know, while I have the car completely tore apart, might as well, right? You know, I'm already here. So another thing I forgot to mention, this right here, just it goes around here. It's kind of just like a little like bezel. I don't know if this does anything or not. I took that off because, again, I was struggling to get that out, but I mean, we got it now. All it really had was just like one little bolt, T15. Yeah, it's just a T15, that little tiny bolt like popped right out. Again, it just hooks up like right here, right there. And you don't have to take it off, but if you're struggling like I was, then, you know, anything to help you make the job easier. Okay, so the new switch I bought came with this little piece right here. It looks like it installs onto the new one in the same spot as like this old one. This is the old one. Grab your new one. I want to say you just throw it on right here, and then this just slides back in. Obviously, you know, also comes with 2 different keys. Yeah, I think you just put this like the same way. Just make sure this is like in the on position, and then just slide it back in there, and then we should be good. Yeah, let me see if I can throw that on there, throw that in there, and then we should be done with this little install right here. New ignition cylinder is in. You know, it clicks over, key comes out, and more importantly, key stays in. This new part staying on there. The only thing left to do now is to actually, you know, test it to make sure the car itself starts. And you know, one thing you gotta keep in mind, you know, these cars are from the 90s, so I don't think you have to reprogram the keys. You shouldn't have to. You're probably saying like, oh, I probably don't need my old key anymore, you know, I'm good with that. This key is only good for this locks. You still have, you know, your doors and of course your trunk that you are gonna need that old key for. Just keep that in mind before you go throwing away stuff. In a minute, I'm about to throw back on the steering wheel and like all the cover and all that. Honestly, if you guys remember, I painted these when I did my interior swap. The paint is already chipping a little bit, and you know, there are some spots I missed, and you know, me being me, I'm very OCD. I might take these off in the future and, you know, give them a little bit of a touch up. Might not, honestly, but as far as this goes, I think we should be good with this right here. I'm gonna throw this back on. All right, y'all, moment of truth, got the steering wheel back on, battery hooked back up. Okay, it turns. Left light going crazy, but okay guys, I fucked up. Apparently I brought the wrong keys, or the whole ignition switch. I needed one that has keys that you can reprogram, you know, that are actually like blocky like the old keys are. But essentially it's the same thing to replace. I just gotta pop this back in. It should be pretty straightforward. Now, as far as reprogramming this, I'm gonna have to look up on a forum or find out how to do it online, because I have no idea. We'll figure it out. I'll keep you guys posted. Apparently, after doing some research, I found out that this new key needs to be reprogrammed, because apparently the old key has a chip in it that's like specific to the ignition cylinder itself. So what I did was I tried to program this myself. It didn't really work out that well. So I just had like a locksmith type dude just slide through, and basically he got me new chips for this key and then the spare key it comes with. He reprogrammed them, and you know, we're good now. Yeah, as you guys can see, everything is good now. That's the new key right there. I can't really take this out. You know, new keys, we're good now. The only issue with this, if you do this yourself, keep your old key, because this is still good for like the door locks and the trunk and all that. And then this is gonna be, I guess, quote unquote, your driving key, I guess. Anyways, the car is done now. I'm done. So I just gotta put all of this back together, and car is fixed, boys. Like, we did it, we're good. We can finally move on to something else. All right, so that's gonna be it for this week's video. Drop a like, comment down below, and you know, don't forget to subscribe, because I make Mustang videos every Monday.